Hello and welcome back to HWL Radio Sports. I'm here with the co-host.
Tony Ellis from Don't Stop Corporation, guys. It's Tuesday, January the 30th, 2018. Talk about that big trade, y'all, that happened last night. Y'all hear what went on? Detroit Pistons took in y'all man, Blake Griffin, in exchange for Avery Bradley and Tobias Harris and Boban Marjanovic for the first and second round draft pick. Blake was surprised, though. He was surprised. But what's really going on in the NBA news, in the sports world, Los Angeles Clippers is trying to make a move to get LeBron James. That's why they moved Blake Griffin. They're trying to get the first round draft pick this year, first round draft pick next year, and they're trying to get rid of everybody, including DeAndre Jordan, all the big names, and they're going to build around LeBron with the first round draft picks. That's what's going on in the sports world, in the NBA. But on the other hand, LeBron stressed interest. He want to go to San Antonio and play with Kawhi Leonard. He figured with him and Kawhi Leonard and another supporting cast, they'd be competitive against teams like Golden State, OKC, and Houston Rockets. That's what's going on in the NBA, guys.
Yeah, and I
How you
definitely
feel
think
about that?
man, I definitely think I told you they'll be a weapon. Him and Kawhi, either way, either Kawhi go to Cleveland or LeBron and go to the Spurs. But it'll be better with the Spurs because of the coach.
Yeah, he stressed interest, and that's one thing he stressed too. He did want to play with a coach with the likes of Popovich. He did stress that. So that's going to be interesting to see. They said that they didn't mind making a move with him, but they got it. It's got to be finalized, and it's not for sure thing, but it's up in the air now. But I was shocked that Los Angeles Clippers, they're trying to do everything in the world to get LeBron James. So they still got the February 8th for the big deadline. Even if it don't happen February 8th, it can happen after this NBA playoffs and the championship of this year. So that remains to be seen.
So did you get any news on Gronkowski?
Still in protocol. He's still in protocol. He still haven't been cleared yet. He's still in protocol. So they're gonna know hopefully by Thursday. By Thursday, it should be a yes or no. So he's still in protocol. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, because I seen a little special and Philly look ready. They look ready to take this.
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta think about this. You talk about Philly ready. You talking about a team that got two playoff Super Bowl champions compared to New England had 35 coming back from last year's team. You got a guy with 5 Super Bowl experience with Philly. New England got 35 from last year. You talk about the best coach in football history in Bill Belichick. You talking about the best quarterback ever to stuck the foot on the planet in Tom Brady. And then you're talking about the most dramatic football team dynasty ever in the New England Patriots. So, I mean, you put your money where your mouth is, but I still got to go with the odds and the favorites got to go with the New England Patriots. They look ready, but you got to go with experience lies. Experience lies right now with New England.
Okay, I'm keep trying to tell you that this guy here ain't just no run. They just don't have run. They just don't got the run on this one.
He proved it good. They got 2 good running backs in the job. And Nick Foles proved he's a good quarterback.
And they said his game goes up in postseason. Goes up.
It does. He played better. Like I said, look at last week what he did. He threw almost 300 yards. He threw 3 touchdowns, 1 interception in the NFC Championship game. I mean, that's phenomenal. But you got to still go with the man who's seeking the 6th Super Bowl title in 8 tries, and everybody know what his name is. His name is Mr. All Everything, Tom Brady. I mean, you can't. This is Mr. Brady's game.
Well,
you find some way to win.
You always got to make way for the new generation too. And I think Nick Foles is he's gonna show up and show out. Cause I don't see I be seeing like Russell Wilson when he went up against him, I seen nervousness. Peyton Manning went up against him, I seen nervousness. But this guy right here, he looks like we on a field trip. We going over here on a state sectional game or something. Like he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of poise that I think a lot of people were really surprised. So they said with Carson Wentz went out, they think they didn't have a chance. And now with Carson Wentz went out, and they doing what they're doing, it's been just crazy. So we're going to see. And I said, we just got to hold our horses and see what happens Sunday
Yeah,
at 6:30.
but this is what I want to ask you though. Do you agree that if the Jaguars had a passing game, that New England would have lost that game?
No, it wouldn't even. It would have lost definitely with the pass game, but it wouldn't have been the pass game. Hadn't they kept their running game up in the second half, it would have beat New England. It was running good in the first half. You notice we went shut them down and that changed the game. It was the second half running game that slowed the Jaguars down. They came out good in Fournette and Grant. Grant was catching about the backfield, running hard.
The first half.
Back out of Auburn.
That first half. What was all the touchdowns in that first half?
It was rushing. They had one passer and they had a rusher. They had a rusher for it. They had a passer too.
All right.
Rusher Fournette ran it in, and then they had a passer with the guy, the receiver.
Okay, so my point is, if they had passing 2 more touchdowns, they had passing and running, that would have balanced it out. Do you still think New England would have won? Because look at the score and 2 more touchdowns.
No, they would have lost it. They would have lost the game. I agree. They would have lost it. And I'm a New England fan. They would have lost it.
And Philly has both. And they got the number 1 defense. So I'm just putting that out there.
But you got to think about the way Belichick, Tom Brady find ways to win. Number 1 defense is going to be a factor. But if Gronkowski plays, they're not going to stand a chance. If Gronk don't play, Philly got a chance.
Man, you know what?
It's still going to be a close game.
I just looked at Gronkowski. He looked like one of the players in 2K when you used to be able to make the 99 player. He looked like one of them. Right. I'm like, they don't stand a chance. No wonder he catch all the balls. Look how tall he is. You just throw it up there. Grind's gonna get it. Just throw it in the circle.
Yeah, and that's a big advantage. He's 6'7" and very athletic, and he can jump and very agile. And that's been his one of his biggest momentum and advantage he have over smaller defensive backs. Is his height and his ability to jump. So that's gonna be interesting. They had some scores last night in college basketball. Duke beat Notre Dame by 22, 88-66. Kansas beat Kansas State 70-56. Michigan beat Northwestern 58-47. NBA Grizzlies beat the Suns 120-109. Tyreek Evans scored 31. The Milwaukee Bucks are 4-0 since the firing of Jason Kidd. They haven't lost a game. They beat the 76ers 107-95. Giannis, 31 points and 18 rebounds. Awesome game. The Hawks. So that was actually a good firing there.
Yeah, that's all I was just about to ask you. So do you think they did a good job firing them?
But, I think, for some reason that they did, because what it is, they finally let Giannis play. Giannis is playing now. Giannis was, some reason, he was been held back by Jason Kidd. And now, he's been averaging 33 points since Jason Kidd got fired. So, what that tell you? Jason Kidd was holding this guy back. He's on fire, along with Milwaukee Bucks. 4-0 since the fire of Jason Kidd. So, that's going to be interesting, guys, because right now, he's playing on all cylinders. I mean, he's playing the ball game and he want to play. And that tells me something that Jason Kidd was holding this man back. Mm-hmm. The Hawks defeated the Timberwolves 105-100. Baseman scored 22, and the Pacers in second place won 105-96. Oladipo led them with 25. They now 28-23. They tied in second place behind Cleveland Cavaliers. So the Bucks and the Pacers are tied for second behind Cleveland. So that's going to be interesting.
All right. So do you know anything about the way the playoffs are rolled out? Like which teams would face who?
Well, right now, if it was today, overall they have Boston and Toronto be leading the Atlantic Division. The Southeast Division is Miami and Washington, top 2. The Central Division is Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Pacers then tied with Milwaukee. So them your 7 teams, and the 8th place team will be Detroit. So that Central Division is going to be tight. It's going to be tight. With Detroit getting Blake Griffin, they're going to pick their game up a little bit because they're 22-26. So they're the top teams in the East. In the Western Division, you have Houston and San Antonio and 1 and 2 in the Southwest Division. In the Northwest Division, you have Minnesota and Oklahoma City and Portland in 3rd place in the Northwest Division. In the Pacific Division, in the Western Conference, you have Golden State, the Clippers, and everybody else, the Lakers and Phoenix. Those guys they won't stand a match. So you got it can go either way. But coming out the West, your top three teams again is Houston, Minnesota, and OKC. And then the East, you got Boston, Cleveland, and the tie between Milwaukee and Indiana.
All right, so who did the Clippers get?
The Clippers got Blake Griffin, and they traded him for the guy. They got Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, and Avery Bradley. That's what they all going to the Clippers.
And I know
Blake
Avery
Griffin
Bradley, but he's no Blake Griffin.
No, but Tobias Harris been a leading scorer. He's tough. So, but they got him. But they're not worried about that. What they were saying this morning, they want to get rid of all the old heads out of the Clippers, including Jordan, including what's the guy's name? Point guard out there, Lou Williams. They want to get rid of all them guys. And Blake Griffin's gone. They want to bring in the young guys, and they want to bring in LeBron James with the first round draft pick this year, first round draft pick next year, and they want to build it up with some young guys. That's what their goal is.
So do you think it could play out like this though? They trade DeAndre Jordan, give LeBron his last wish of bringing another ring to Cleveland, and then they build up that team like you said, the first and the second this year and next year, and then LeBron James just goes over there.
I can't. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron James did go. With so much stuff going on in Cleveland, it wouldn't surprise me. But like I said, only difficult thing gonna be, guys, LeBron James, that's the city. It's going to be hard to leave the city because he built that city, and he got the key to the city. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to know the truth, he got the key to the city for life. They love LeBron James. That's the only thing I see him hard leaving there. If it's any other city, like he dipped on Miami, he'll be gone. He'll be gone without any other case. But Cleveland, it's going to be a little tough because that's his home city. That's the only thing I can see him leaving. But any other city, he'll be gone. But I think it'd be a good move if they do break their team up for Clippers. Because for years I've been saying, even when they had Chris Paul, they got all this talent and they do nothing out there. But they win now. I'm not gonna say they don't win no championships, but they second behind San Antonio far as the most wins. Because second season they had 51 plus wins, and it's just 2013.
Oh yeah,
so
we got some more breaking news too. You know that McCabe was forced to resign from the FBI because he was caught running the Clinton conspiracy against Donald Trump during the election. So that basically throws out Robert Mueller's whole thing because it's basically invasion. They violating his constitutional rights.
Yeah, I seen that. He resigned, and they said by the resignation of him, it makes it look good for Donald Trump. Yes, I did see that. So not favoring Donald Trump. By the way, the State of the Union address should be on tonight, 9 o'clock, because the world is watching that. That's real big, guys. Everybody should put on that.
Oh, yeah,
see what the president has to say. It comes at 9 p.m.
And we also have some extra news on that to where they're not telling the people on, CNN and MSNBC and all them other whatever stations y'all watch, because if y'all haven't heard this, maybe y'all need to start tuning in here. But the fourth quarter from last year, the GDP ratio reached like 19,739 trillion, the highest ever of any country, the debt. So then Donald Trump brung it down 1.2% within his first year in office, which is actually the first time it's been done in 50 years. And they said that it hasn't been done since Richard Nixon in 1969. And also, I want y'all to take into accountability to Obama. They said that he increased it by 14.5% in his first year, and then over all the time he was in there, he increased it by 37% during his whole entire time in office. So that there shows you that, like we said yesterday, that he was here for business. He wasn't here to no political stuff. He was here to decrease that debt, and that's what he's doing. So he's about to be getting a lot of backing. He's about to be getting a lot of backing from both sides of the Democrat and Republican, liberal too. So what do you think about that?
So everything he said as far as the business aspect, as far as cutting the deficit, making more jobs, having a better economy, he's been proving that to be true since he's been in office.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so do you think, I'm going to ask you a personal question now, and maybe the guys can listen to this. going to chime in on this too. So do you think we did a better job selecting Hillary or Donald Trump as we did?
Well, I always felt like we did a better job selecting Trump.
That's well, it's proven to be true because, like I said, the whole thing my thing is, as being American citizens, I wanted two things. I wanted, number one, I wanted the safety for us, for myself, my family, and American people. I want everybody to be safe. Don't get attacked by terrorists, ISIS, Al Qaeda, all that. I don't want that. My second thing I wanted to is for the economy, the jobs, decrease the deficit. Those things I said. So if he's doing that, like you said, yesterday you said he smashed ISIS. We haven't heard about ISIS. Today you said that the economy is better with Trump. So he's doing his job. So, tonight we'll talk about it. He'll put up numbers. He'll say things. We'll see what remains to be seen and heard tonight at the State of the Union address.
Yeah,
so,
and I also want to break it
that's
down.
A good point.
I want to break it down in layman terms for everybody that don't understand that. The debt ratio, I don't know if people know how countries is ran, but it's ran off of trade and business deals, basically. And in currency, number one is your currency, how much your currency is. And with the debt ratio going higher, America's currency was dropping. So now that it's going up, you got all kind of people ready to jump on the ship and invest in America, which raises the dollar value back up, which also helps the economy thrive better and more, and the people get more money because why? Because last time the economy was thriving, we was getting robbed. This time the economy thrives, we making America great again. So I don't know how you could have a problem with that.
Well, it's a China cheating us for years. They cheat us for years. So one of the things Trump came in, he decided to make friends with the president of China, and he said that was one of his better friends, so he can get a better trade deal with them, so they won't cheat us no more. So they did say that, but they've been cheating us for years and years and years. So hopefully that's going to stop. So, like I said, that remains to be seen in the next year because it's about to be some big changes. I'm telling you, and everybody's gonna be happy because if the rate is low right now, I don't see the economy slowing down. I think it's getting better, especially with the tax return people getting back this year. It was getting $750 per kid, earned income credit. Now they get up to $2,000 per kid. So that's helpful. And they said the corporate gonna have one set rate, 21% on their taxes, which would be more beneficial because now they can charge us less when it comes by being citizens. So that's going to be interesting to see. So, it's all going to help people, the American people pocket in the long run. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it just remains to be seen. It's doing right now, but can it stay like that?
Oh, yeah. That's why I fell back for a minute. That's why I came back. And I bet you, I was like, man, he knows sports and politics. It's two things I was trying to do. I was like, man, we gonna run it up.
Yeah, and that's all I want to do. Like I said, I like what you bring to the table with politics too. You bring some stuff that people don't hear us, they won't know. And that's why it's good to pull and listen to us, guys, because we try to bring facts that you guys have been hidden and that you guys don't know about. And like I said, if you hear some things that you put our hands together and share it with these people out here, we can get them to be a little more factual. And like I said, I like facts. I like to put numbers and facts out there because facts don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? You can say something off the top of your head just out the blue, but when you say facts and numbers, it's the proof is in the pudding.
Yep.
So that's what I like.
And that's going to be the show for the day. So go ahead and,
by the way, too, I got a book coming out in May. It's going to be called Time Expired. So you're going to be hearing about that. It's coming out end of May. And you guys will be hearing about that. So stay tuned to that.
Oh, okay. That's what's
up.
So what's it going to be about?
It's going to be how basically how things, when it's over, it's over. As far as job, relationship, business, anything. People don't know how to let things go. And this time expired. But pay attention to the word time expired. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a mean term. Time expires. 2 words. But when it's over, it's over. And you pay attention to it. And when this book comes out in May, you got to get this book. It'll be a paperback book. It's going to be about $22 per copy. But I'm telling you, I've been working on this book for about a year. It's coming out, and I can't wait to get it out because I want the world to hear what's in this book. Time expired. When it's over, it's over. By the way, shout out to everybody in this cold city today. Stay warm. Don't Stop Corporation. Have a great day. Be good to yourself as well as to others. Thank you.
All right. And there you have it. So go ahead and go over to hwlradio.com. Make sure you download the music app just in case you haven't heard the radio station because the music's jamming. So go ahead and over there and check it out. I keep it funky. I keep it fresh, updated every day. New music. Up and coming artists to mainstream artists. So if you a hot artist, well, if you think you hot, because we're going to be the judge of that. We're going to have a show coming out here soon where we judging the music too. So go ahead, download that, and like I always say, hit my motherfucking music, and I'm out for music.